A community, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome once again to the Faith Irabo podcast. I'm your girl, Faith Irabo, your host on this podcast. Before we go into today's topic, tell yourself the truth. You lose if you subscribe to this channel. I'm serving you premium topics, real conversation. Show your girl love by clicking on that subscribe button. Surprise me. Just surprise me and let me just go there and say, oh, so and so person is following me. And I will know that that's your own way of giving back to this cause. Thank you in advance. And today, let me tell you how I'm feeling. I feel so happy at the same time. I don't know how to explain my feelings, but the first thing is from the last episode. If you watch the last episode of the podcast, you would realize that we talked about Somi Maduagu's death, which was, due to an armed robbery attack that took place in her estate. She jumped from a 3-story building. Okay, that story was everywhere on social media, and it also opened an old wound in me where I got to talk about my armed robbery experience, which was a very terrifying one. If you've not watched it, click on that episode 8 and watch that episode. I can't be telling you everything. We have an update on that episode. The culprits have been brought to book. Yes, the police, I told you guys, I said the Nigerian police, they know how to do their job if they want to do their job. The ones that committed the crimes that I narrated to you guys 10 years ago were arrested barely 2 months after that incident happened, and that was how we're able to get confession clips and all that, and news article that was shared on the podcast. These heartless people that did this, that cost Somi her life, have been arrested. They've been arrested, and they've even interviewed some of them, even though they've not shown their faces. So it's a good news. It's to give the family some closure. They gave some horrifying details of how the whole thing went. One even narrated how he tried to stop Somi from jumping. He saw the whole thing. The one that shot, we didn't talk about it. The bodyguard, the security guard that we mentioned, the guy was killed in that attack as well. Shot him. The particular guy that shot him, the armed robber that shot him, also confessed and narrated how everything happened. The craziest part of it is these people were on their way for another robbery. That was how they were intercepted. They were on their way to another robbery, and they were able to arrest them thanks to the phones they stole from Somi's neighbors. They were tracked from those gadgets and all that. So that's that about Somi's story. May her soul continue to rest in peace. On today's episode of the podcast, we'll be treating a very sensitive topic. If you have a sister, you have a brother, you have a friend, you have a partner, please share this episode with them, especially if they are living abroad. Some days ago, I stumbled on a video that was trending on social media of a particular lady called Cindy. Cindy was a medical student in the United States. Cindy's friend couldn't get through to her on her phone for weeks. Due to this, she decided to go to her house. Okay, she was a single lady that was living alone in her apartment in the US, a medical graduating student. I to her house. She knocked on the door. There was no response, and she called the police. And it was during this discovery that they found out that in fact Cindy has passed. That Cindy is dead. She was already dead by the time the police got there and they opened the door. The unfortunate and sad stuff about this Cindy story is that by the time they discovered her body, it was already decomposing. That is so unfortunate. This brings us to you see, that silent killer called depression is real. If you are abroad and you are living alone, please always talk to somebody. If you are watching this podcast, you have a family abroad, and you are one of those people that are quick to always ask for money, always check up on your loved ones. Don't just call to ask for money. Call to check up on them, leave a message, make sure you are checking on their social media if they are the social media type, to be sure that everything is okay with them. Not for this our friend that called and called and called. No family member realized that their daughter, their sister had passed. For the body to have been decomposing like that, that means Nobody was checking up on this lady. And that brings me to this point. You that you are watching this podcast and you live abroad, let me explain something to you. There's something called the 3am club. The 3am club is that club where some of us, man, woman, young lady, married lady, single man, bachelor, divorcee, widower, hustling man, hustling woman, just wake up for no reason and they can't sleep. You are sleeping in the middle of the night, 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 4 a.m. You just jump up, and immediately you jump up, your heart starts racing. You're having anxiety, you're having panic attack. Why? Because you thought of your future, your children's future, while you are still single, time is going, social media pressure, family pressure, bills pressure, society pressure, everything. Once you just know that for no reason, you are sleep deprived. You're just awake like this. For no reason in the middle of the night, and you're looking at the ceiling, or your heart is racing, or you can't sleep, or you have 1 million thoughts trotting in your head, all at the same time, you are battling depression low-key. You're having a panic attack, you're having anxiety. Please talk to someone. Talk to somebody about it. When you find yourself in this situation, let me tell you what to do. Take a jotter. Write out those things that are bothering your heart. Pour them out through a jotter. If you are the type that don't like discussing with somebody, you don't want people to now use you as a topic in their community or in their circle. Okay, take a jotter, highlight these things that are giving you sleepless nights. Realistic with yourself. Are they doable? Are they achievable? Is there a time frame for this? If these things are things that you can, it's not going to take your life, like, rent, or you want to pay house rent, or your resident permit has expired, or you're an illegal immigrant that is having, court cases like ICE in the US is catching them and deporting them, and some other parts of the world where deportation is happening real fast. Look at what you can do. If you need to have a community of immigrants that are in the same shoe, form a community with them, discuss with them, talk to them. Do not be introverted at this time. Share your problem. There might be somebody that is willing to give you solution. Go out of your immediate community. Go online, Google and search for communities where you can talk to somebody. That is number one. Number two, if you are a Christian like I am, or a Muslim, or you believe in nature, you don't believe in God, just understand something, that this thinking, this sleepless night will not change anything. Rather, it will bring high blood pressure, to bring palpitation that will result to health issues later. It can then result to stroke. You can start having this inability to concentrate at work. When you look at all these things put together, are you not adding to the problem on ground? Just take it, everything, and take it to God in prayers. Tell God, I know you've got this. I can do it, and you will get me sorted. Keep it going and beg God for something. Help me to accept a situation that I cannot change. That is number one. Number two, a burden that is too bigger for me to carry. Father, Lord, do not bring it to my doorstep. Carry my burden for me. Third prayer is, in my waiting season, and Father, Lord, give me the strength, give me the resilient spirit to sail through my waiting season. A waiting season is like a storm. When you are going through that season, you just look at it like the whole world is crashing on you. But if you can stand firmly and look at stories from people that are sharing their testimonies, if you're a waiting mother, I call you mother because you're still going to be a mother. You're the type that have been having miscarriages, you've not carried your baby, and you are seeing pressure on social media or people around you. This person and I, we got married the same time. She's pregnant and I'm still here. I'm not pregnant, or I'm going through divorce, or I'm going through challenges in my marriage, or I'm facing crisis at work. Google up motivating stories about all these topics I've narrated. Let them be your motivating factor, that if this person can get out from this situation, my time is coming. Google up testimonies about waiting moms that are now carrying their babies, testimonies of people that are struggling at work that are now entrepreneurs. Also, it's not enough to just be praying or be thinking or be guessing. Get to work. Get to work. Look at your strength. We all have our strength. God has blessed us with something. If what is causing anxiety for you is problem at work, look at what you think you can do to liberate yourself from that bondage. It's for you to be a solo entrepreneur. You don't have to have a big store. You can even be in your own house. Start small. Do drop shipping. Do content creation. Do get ready with me. Do a lot of things that you think can get your mind off stuff. Depression is real. Cindy might have been battling some silent issues that she didn't share with anyone, especially because she's staying alone. But because there is nobody to talk to, she couldn't just take it. If that was a suicide, we wouldn't know. If it was a suicide, we wouldn't know. If it was just an heart attack, that the body was decomposed by the time they saw her. So please, whatever you're going through in life, just know that your case is just the tip of the iceberg. Compared to other people, you're not the worst. And it won't swallow you. It will not drown you. Keep telling God it won't drown you. If you are watching this and you have family abroad, please genuinely write sometimes encouraging messages. Tell them you see their effort. Tell them to see what they are doing. Tell them you see their struggles. Because bills, not like Africa, in France, nobody will borrow you money abroad. You can't go to somewhere and say you want to borrow money. I'm not talking about going to the bank to loan money. When you even collect money or mortgage, you will still be working to pay. Talking about, urgent 2K, urgent 10K like we do in Nigeria. Nobody will give you urgent 2K. You will work for every money you will earn. So to you watching me that you live abroad, I congratulate you. You are doing well. There is no pressure anywhere. Oh, your neighbor just bought a new car. Oh, your friend just bought a new house. Oh, somebody just launched a new business. Be on your own and do your thing at your pace. Do not let anybody push you beyond your limits. Face what is yours and face it squarely. Some of them are just doing everything possible. They are faking it. They are appearing for the gram. Some will fake it till they make it. That is their own business. I'm not judging them. But where we have problem is if they now allow that pressure to be affecting the genuinely serious-minded people who are hustling. There's another thing that I would advise you to do. Sometimes you can detox. Social media detox. Sign out from your social media if you're not using it for business or for services like we do. Some of you is your platform, is your source of income. But if you're one of those people that just go there to search and do, gossip and it's not serving you any purpose, sometimes just take a break from social media so that your brain will not be overwhelmed by all the pressure you are getting from left, right, and center. And try and be realistic with yourself. Budgeting is very important in today's world. Calculate your budget for the week, the budget for the month of September, the budget of the month of October. Have you done grocery shopping? Have you bought food stuff? What do you need for the house? It's not your birthday. It's not Christmas. Why do you need new clothes? Why do you need new shoes? Your life is within a budget and you are the one that is your breadwinner. You are your own breadwinner and there's no other source of income from a business that you are doing by the side. Please, always do everything according to budget. Minimize it. Get things when they are very, very needed. Necessity. Not because you want to be like A or B or C. That A or B or C that you want to copy might have multiple sources of income that they are using to live that life that you are looking at. Those are the things that bring anxiety, depression, and all that. And low self-esteem. Please cut your coat according to your size. Do not let anybody pressure you. Everything, even in the Bible, is time and season. There's a time to mourn. There's a time to born. There's a time to die. There's a time to laugh. There's a time to cry. There's hot season. There is cold season. There is morning. There is evening. Okay? There's up. There is down. So everything is in twos. Be careful which side you are, and wherever you are, be grateful. Before you become dejected or depressed because of what that pressure that person is putting you through. Oh, you are already approaching 50 and you are not married. I did an event recently, and the couple were already in their 50s. If you see the love that this couple displayed, and this woman took her time, she waited. In her 50s, if you see the love in their eyes, and they took it like they are just kids. You would have seen that there was no pressure. At its time, they got married peacefully. Beautiful wedding. I interviewed the bride. I didn't interview the groom, I interviewed the bride, because you must have imagined the pressure of a woman in her 50s not getting married and how people around her must have been putting her under pressure. When she was even explaining, their love story, she was just crying. Tears of joy. What I'm trying to say is your time will come. Your time will come. Be genuinely happy for others and your time will come. Do not tap into nonsense. You will know things that you can tap from. When you see this kind of story, you're like, oh God, I want to tap into it. But when you see some things that you can't even explain, you are not jealous, but don't tap into it. Wish them well and move on. Keep it moving. So please, guys, try and check up on your loved ones. That's the takeaway for this evening. Number 2, if you are living abroad, cut your coat according to your size. Don't let anybody pressure you. This is abroad. It's reality. It's not a reality TV show. It's real life. You can't borrow Gen 2K here. Don't buy what you don't need. Buy what you need. You have a car. If you are living alone and you don't need to have a car, you don't have children, you don't have any reason to go and have a luxury car. If there are buses around you that can take you to work and back, save up that money until you know that, oh yes, now it's now a necessity. I need to have a car. You're not under any pressure. Nobody they see anybody here. Nobody they see anybody here. Ordinary to fuel the car for some people and pay for parking is third world. Will you be stressing yourself when you can just buy bus ticket, go and come back in peace? To buy, target your shopping towards sales. Abroad, there's something they call sales here. France, we have them during January and July. You can target the sales period and do your shopping conveniently. That cloth that they are using to oppress you, save up. As you can see, if it's 10 euro, 5 euro, you would have noted all those clothes that you want to buy, those shoes and all that. Change your wardrobe towards sales period. Do not be reckless to just shop at a random for no reason, unless you can afford it. Don't let's give ourselves unnecessary depression and blood pressure. It's not worth it. So this is where I'll be drawing the curtain for this episode of the Faith Irabo podcast. I just want to beg you, please click on the link in the bio, subscribe to this channel, share this podcast to your loved ones abroad, anywhere they are, and let them know that this is as a sign of you understanding what they are going through. This is a sign of you saying that you are tapping them on the back and you're telling them, well done sis, well done bros, well done mommy, well done daddy, you're doing well, well done my daughter, well done my son, you are doing well. And we appreciate every token you send to us, because nobody is sending money to us. So once in a blue moon, do that appreciation right up. Share podcasts like this to encourage the people around you that are abroad, your loved ones that are abroad, so that they can see that you see their effort. And don't allow depression and anxiety to enslave you or trap you. Speak to somebody if you have to. If you know you're an introvert, don't live alone. Try and always go to a community where you can talk to people. Because if you're an introvert and you are alone, you are locked in, how do we know how to reach out to you if there is something, you know? So I wish you all a very beautiful week ahead. And thank you all for the love, the like, the comments, and the share. We remain your real safe community, real life conversation, uncut conversation, real life conversation, and life lessons. Take care, guys. See you next time. Bye.